Yo, what up? It's your boy Chris, and welcome to another episode of the Chop Up. This is episode number 16. Now, unfortunately, we don't have Mike Divine with us again this week. He really tried to make it, but he just couldn't do it. So next week, we will have Mike Divine back in the building. That is a Chris Green promise. What that's worth, I'm not really sure, but you'll find out next week. With that, you guys can follow Mike Divine on Twitter. You can hit him up at Mike Divine Music with a K. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well. I'm Chris Green. You can hit me up on my Instagram. The ignorance is free with a Z. Like always, man, if you're interested in checking out our past episodes, which you should be, and if you're not, well, fuck yeah. But you can check our past episodes out on YouTube as well at The Ignorance is Free. That's with a Z, of course. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. You comment, we're gonna definitely shout you guys out on the show. So, interesting one for you guys this week. A lot of different things going on in the city. Actually went out to Caribana. Went out to Bana. Not really a huge fan of Bana because I don't fucking like soca. Me and my boy Fame, we went with our wives, and we literally had a competition. We said, how many songs are we gonna hear where all you hear is jump up and wave? And I think we got to like 5 or 6. I don't know. But anyways, what was interesting about Caribana was my understanding was they were supposed to make it like more organized. So they apparently got somebody from Trinidad to come in and organize this thing. So it's supposed to run a lot smoother than normal. Respect the mask. Or the mask. I'm not really sure what it's called, but I was right there. I was right there at Exhibition Center or place, whatever the fuck, and watching all the floats come out and the dancers, and people were not respecting the mask at all. I was watching people climbing on the floats. I watched a female get almost what I would consider molested or over the clothes raped. I seen some guy come out with he just walked right through the fence with him and his fucking squad with they all had like masks on, and they were literally just dry humping women, and they were totally into it. So my word of advice to you people out there, if you're interested in just getting your grope on, Caribana is definitely the place for that. I'm sure you guys have seen that video. It's being passed around. It's floating around on the internet of that one chick where she's literally getting her tits sucked right on camera. This man sticking his finger down her in her mouth. It's insane. The shit that goes on at Caribana is insane. So my wife, she really wanted to go, and I'm like, sure, as long as I'm there, because niggas don't give a fuck. It's like, and by the way, this is incorrect, to be clear. I don't agree with this, but it's almost like if you're a female and you go to Caribana, it's almost like you're signing some kind of waiver. You're like, hey, I'm at Caribana, so it's okay for you to grab my ass, or it's okay for you to grab my tits, or whatever. You know what I mean? Because that's all I'm seeing. But outside of that, though, it was great. There was no violence. Nobody got shot. Nobody got stabbed. So that's always a good thing. And, I guess people seem to have had a good time. But as far as the parade being organized, we were down there for a few hours. So we didn't stay the entire time. But it was definitely moving really slow. So, I mean, for those of you who stayed for the entire parade, leave it in the comments. Let me know if it actually picked up, because I remember standing in one spot for like an hour and a half and seeing the same fucking float because they wouldn't move. They were like, look, if you don't get off the float, we ain't moved. They were turning music off, everything. It was crazy. So anyways, with that, I want to get into some music. A lot of great music coming out of the city. One record that I want to get into, it's by Adam Bomb. It's from his Live from Larstone album. It was also on T Grams. It was also on T Grams album as well. And you guys, I want to get into that now. This record is called Every Day. So Adam Bomb and T Grams. There's a video on YouTube. They shot the video. Make sure you guys hit YouTube up and go ahead and check that out. out. That video was shot by Jay Willis. So shout out to Jay Willis. Video looks nice and clean. Really enjoyed watching that. So let's get into Every Day by Adam Bomb and T Grams, produced by Big Sprox. Let's do it.
It seems every day I wake in a pile of sweat. Got a check, spent that, and I ain't got $1 left. Hate the shit, taking hits, and I ain't got a vest. Gotta rest, but can't, gotta make sure my data fresh. Lot of stress, but I'm coping with a Henny guzzle. Plenty trouble, bubble, trying to make a penny double. Barney Rubble, breaking stones on my day-to-day. Keep them chiefin', got the fiends leaning like a fadeaway. Flavor Flav, cause the clock on my chest ticks. Baby mama tripping, caught me slipping with the next chick. Detectives watch me close like a Netflix. Tap my phone, I just wanna make it home for breakfast. After all my bills paid, it's like I'm breaking even. Enough to get drunk, a blunt to throw my weed in. Fair to say, every day is like a retweet. My life is like a CD stuck on repeat. Every day is like the same as the last one. 9 to 5 or on the block till the cash come.
Every day is like the same as the last one. The love is gone, I'd give it all if I had some.
It's so repetitive, positive to negative.
Can't surrender in these dying times or we'll never live. Rise and shine, time to find another dream to chase. I seem to waste a lot of mine trying to lead a race. They won't even let me in, let alone let me win. Just let me get my check and sun is set like it's 10 p.m. Couldn't write, booked a flight to the MGM. Came home, the love was lost, took the whole summer off. Thought about the fakes, the mistakes, and the double cross. Glad that I was done with rap and hadn't planned on coming back. They heard I quit and said what's up with that. Told them I'm too old and current shit is pretty fucking whack. Plus the fact I prefer to sip this cup of Jack and black out all the misery, cause that's just how it is with me. And differently, I don't give a crap about this industry, but something in my head'll say, hold up son, you better stay. Sure this isn't much, but you be nothing if it went away. Focus, don't get led astray, and drop that dope shit every day.
Every day is like the same as the last one. 9 to 5 or on the block till the cash come.
Every day is like the same as the last one. The love is gone, I'd give it all if I had some.
It's so repetitive, positive to negative.
Can't surrender in these dying times or we'll never live.
Every day of my life.
So that was Every Day, again produced by Big Sprox, Adam Bomb, and T Grams, or T Grams and Adam Bomb. To be honest with you, the first time I heard the actual record was on the T Grams album. So again, both solid projects. So make sure you guys support that. Again, go to YouTube that video, give that shit some views, give that shit some shares, get the shit viral, get it percolating. Whatever. So with that, I want to move in. Like I talked about this fucking savage chick last week. Cash Me Outside girl. All right. Check this out.
Danielle Bergoli, her dad pays $1,100 child support a month, and he feels that now she is such a big celebrity, he does not want to have to pay for anymore.
Yes, Papa Outside says Danielle's flush and wants to terminate his child support.
This is awful.
Can he win that?
No.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. So I want to know what you guys think about this. This is not just about the Cash Me Outside girl. Who gives a fuck about her? But I mean, it brings up a really interesting, question. I mean, look, if you father a child and you're no longer in that child's life, like, just there, like being present, or maybe you are part-time, whatever. But the point is, let's go with the narrative that you're not there. Let's go with that. If you father a child, you're no longer in that child's life. I believe that you should, have some sort of financial responsibility to that child. Of course, that child did not ask to be there. However, we've seen time and time again with these, celebrity couples where, they break up. and then the celebrity, so we'll say like the breadwinner, so just for sake of argument, we'll say the male is the breadwinner for this conversation here. They have to pay a ridiculous amount of child support. And that child support that they're paying, it's supposed to take care of the child and the mother. Okay, so in some cases, like, you could look it up, man. Like, Diddy was paying a ridiculous amount of money. 50 Cent paying a ridiculous amount of money. Paying for the child and the mom. And let's be honest. Like, I'm not a father, so I don't want to claim that, you know, having a child is, you know, inexpensive. I don't know, right? But I mean, like, come on. Let's be fucking for real. Like $20,000. I'm not talking about the Cash Me Outside chick. But like, you know, 50 and like they're paying like 20 grand. Like, what the fuck? $20,000? What the fuck does an infant need 20 grand for? So really, all that money is really going towards the mom's lifestyle. So now, just to kind of circle that back to the Cash Me Outside girl situation. So the dad's basically saying, look, the daughter's making bread. What the fuck is my $1,100 a month gonna do? Dad said I could use that shit right now. I got rent, I got bills. So, you know, my thoughts to that specific situation is he should still have to pay, at least until she becomes 18. At the end of the day, he has a responsibility. He was a part of, you know, bringing the Cash Me Outside bitch into the world. So he has that financial responsibility. So until she turns 18, he has to pay. Outside of that, you know, he should be good. Now, in regards to whether or not he should pay, that should be left solely up to the Cash Me Outside girl. Because at the end of the day, the only reason why that income is there, and I hate to categorize child support as income, but it is. The only reason why that income is there is because she exists. So if the Cash Me Outside girl is fucking banking and she goes to her dad like, hey, I don't need this anymore, then okay. But I don't think that the mom should have any say in the situation. I personally don't think she should be able to be like, nah, doesn't matter if she's making all this money. You still need to pay. You know, I didn't make this baby on my own, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This is my thoughts. I definitely want to know what you guys think about this, because it's like, I'm sure there's, you know, people out there listening that are possibly in a similar situation. You know what I mean? So you're paying all this money for child support, and I'm not trying to categorize women, because you can't really do that with anyone. But come on, using like the celebrities as the example, what I was talking about earlier, where you have like these huge celebrities paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every single month for child support. You know, all that money isn't going towards that kid. So now if you just take it down to just to a regular person level, like an average Joe level, and you're paying child support for your child, like, come on, do you really think that mother is using all that money for that child? There's no fucking way. Maybe, I don't know, right? I don't want to categorize, but I highly doubt it. These are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I'm totally open to being wrong. I'm always open to having a conversation. But let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments. With that, I want to get into some more music. I play the same music all the time, and that's only because I like what I like. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys have any new music out there that you want to hear on the show, send it to us. The ignorance is free. So that's with a Z. The ignorance is free at gmail.com. If it's good, we'll play it. We'll talk about it. If it's whack, we might play it and shit on it. So send it over. With that being said, let's get into some Tommy Spitz, King Spitz. So you guys know I'm a fan of this record. Let's do it.
Uh-huh. You got me. I got you. Cause I got this. I used to fuck with certain rappers, but now they ain't cool. I still fuck with certain rappers, but every rapper's fool. Don't compare me to rappers. I don't do what rappers do, cause I still be rappers. Some rappers don't do. I used to fuck with certain rappers, but now they ain't cool. I still fuck with certain rappers, but every rapper's fool. Don't compare me to rappers. I don't do what rappers do, cause I still be rappers. Some rappers don't do. You see, I'm still cool, I do my own thing. King Spitzo. I'm still cool, I do my own thing. I'm King Spitzo. I'm still the coolest in my city. The one you think think it's cool, I think so too. You look up to him, the two of you is fools. She need a peep style, got two. These bitches still love my smile, I got the juice. Got beard curls that look like a juice. You think I mix them all the way Greek down to the roots? Papa. Greet you, live in the ghetto is phlegm apart till I'm sleep in the suit. I'm on my giddy shit. These shitty rappers want features, I don't give a shit. I'm diligent, I'm on my biggie shit like, give me the loot. You don't want me on my Diddy shit. You prefer I stay cool like Uncle Snoop. I'm Uncle Spit, so I treat a hoe like I'm Uncle Lou. Got a team of Uncle Murders, everybody let us shoot. I ain't concerned with no others. Word to butters, my braids stay tied in two. I used to fuck with certain rappers, but now they ain't cool. I still fuck with certain rappers, but every rapper's fool don't compare me to rappers. I don't do what rappers do, cause I still be rapping. Some rappers don't do. I used to fuck with certain rappers, but now they ain't cool. I still fuck with certain rappers, but every rapper's fool don't compare me to rappers. I don't do what rappers do, cause I still be rapping. Some rappers don't do. See, I'm still cool, I do my own thing. King Spitzo. I'm still cool, I do my own thing. I'm King Spitzo.
Fuck with certain rappers, he still fucks with certain rappers. Don't compare him to rappers, cause he still be rapping. He used to fuck with certain rappers, he still fucks with certain rappers. Don't compare him to rappers, cause he still be rapping. He used to fuck with certain rappers. Don't compare him to rappers, cause he still be rapping.
There you have it right there. King Spitzo by the homeboy Tommy Spitz, man. Make sure you guys YouTube that. Make sure you go to the SoundCloud and support and share, man. Like I said, get the shit percolating. Alright, niggas need to go viral. When people put out free music, when the music is free, they're not asking you to pay for it. All they're asking you to do is support it. Like, it's great if you click the little like button. That's cool. But I don't get it. It's still the same. It's just one click. Just instead of clicking the like, click share. Personally, I would rather you share my shit than like my shit, because like when you just like it, you're kind of saying, yo, I'm just gonna do you a favor. Like, I don't really want motherfuckers to know that I'm into this shit. So it's almost like, you know, like there was that last Justin Bieber album. The shit was hot. You know what I'm saying? But you got niggas like, fuck, you know what? I'll be playing this shit on the low, but I don't want to let motherfuckers know that I'm banging the new Justin Bieber album and shit like that. And that shit pisses me off. Like, if you like something, support it. Supporting it is sharing it. It's the same. It's one fucking click. All right. So I'm not trying to say all this shit just for the Tommy Spitz record. I'm saying this in general, man. In general, a lot of artists in Toronto, they put music out and they put it out for free, you know, to build buzz. And if you enjoy, all I'm saying is share the motherfucker, because at the end of the day, you can't go viral unless it's being shared. All right. I said my 2 cents with that. I want to talk about Usher. Okay. Usher, does he have herpes? Like, does he have herpes? I don't know. Like, what the fuck? So there's some chick, who, I don't know, like, is she suing? I don't know. She did a press release. Let's get into that.
My name is Quantasia Sharpton. I love Usher's artistry and music. I went to a concert of his with some friends a few years ago to celebrate my birthday. I was wearing a birthday crown, and because of that, I was selected to go backstage before the show. Later, a security guard picked me up and asked me for my number. He told me Usher had seen me backstage and was interested in me. After the show, my friends and I returned to the hotel. I got a call from Usher on a block number asking me what hotel I was staying in and the room number. About an hour later, he arrived. We spoke for a while, and then we engaged in sexual contact. He never warned me about any STDs. It was just after my 19th birthday. I never heard from him again. When I first heard reports that he had herpes, I couldn't believe it. I had a child a year ago, and I knew I was negative. But I contacted Lisa Bloom to find out what my rights are as a woman. Although I am negative, I was upset by the reports because I would have never consented if I would have known. I would not have taken the risk of getting an incurable disease. My health is very important to me, especially now that I am a mother. I feel that my rights were violated. I am speaking out today on behalf of myself and others, some of whom are positive and are embarrassed to speak out publicly. I am doing this so that he does not do this to anyone else. Usher, if you are negative, please say so. If you are positive, you need to warn your sex partners so that they can make their own informed decisions. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Listen, I need you guys to go to YouTube, and I need you to YouTube Usher Accuser press release. And I want you to have a look at this female. Now, with that being said, full disclaimer, I'm into all women. I don't care, big, small, skinny, thick, whatever. This is not that type of party. But this is the thing. She says she's concerned about her health. Well, your size tells me something different. Okay, if you were truly concerned about your health, you probably wouldn't be the size you are. I'm just saying. All right, I'm just saying. Now, Usher responded, and he said, the political correct answer. He's like, hey, she's not my type. That shit never happened. And the other thing, too, is this bitch is she's thirsty. She's negative. Okay, she doesn't even have herpes. And she's like, oh, well, you know what? The Usher paid out before. I'm trying to get a piece of this. Talking about, oh, I'm stressed out. What the fuck are you talking about? Ridiculous shit. So I don't know. Okay, look, I seen some other stuff on my timeline about Usher kind of, clapping back. I don't know how true this is, but I heard he's clapping back, and he's basically suing these people who are trying to sue him because he's like, hey, I don't fucking have herpes. So, I'm not in tune with everything that goes on. Like, I do have a life. So leave it in the comments, man. I'm curious with this because, I said this before. I think it's crazy that people get to drag Usher's name through the mud. Okay. And because even if he's proven innocent, that none of this occurred, that he doesn't have herpes, we're always going to associate Usher's name, his brand, with this. Usher could break records. He could put out an album that saves the fucking world. It creates world peace. And at the end of the day, after all the kudos for doing that, be like, oh yeah, you mean the nigga that, gave that chick herpes? It's always going to be attached to him. And these women, I'm not talking about this one who gave the, who did the press release, but these women, they get to be, Jane Doe. So to me, that's kind of fucked up. Like, I get it. I had this conversation with some people at my workplace, and they're like, it's for their protection because, fans are fucking crazy. Like, you see what happens. Like, if you're online and you kind of go in on Beyonce, Beehive will fucking kill you. You go in on Nicki Minaj, the Barbs will fucking kill you, right? And this is just online. And we just know people are crazy in general. So I can kind of understand that, but I think it's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to, I don't know. What I do hope is if this is not true, and I hope it's not true, that Usher has the ability to retaliate and sue for defamation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, even if he sues, even if he wins, this is still going to be attached to his name. It's just going to be there. When they make the Lifetime movie of Usher, oh, you better believe that this shit is going to be in there. And the woman who gave this speech, you know who's going to play her? The chick from Precious. All right, with that being said, let's get into some more music. Ken Smuv, he has a dope record with T Grams. And, you know, I actually ran the record last week. It's off his new album called Barcode. Make sure you guys go check that out. Go to the SoundCloud. But the easiest thing to do is just Google it. All right, so it's Ken, K-I-N, second word Smuv, S-M-U-V. And the album's called Barcode. But we're going to get into a track called You Tried Everything. The track is Flames, and let's get into that now.
Cold summers, hot winters, melt the ice off your cap. Food for thought, y'all dinner. My offense is lethal, so bring your best defenders and we can hash it out. But please just remember, I'm on my own high, and since the month of September, I enrolled in classes, curriculum was forever. Forever rain, forever shine, forever show you rappers you getting out of line. I'm a beast, so when in beast mode, I feast on you suckers, easy like a cheat code. I beat foes and fam, I treat those like I would die for and bury me in street clothes. I came in the game, but you know how the street goes. Hook these niggas up and those were just some free throws. Now I'm back to spitting dope they used to call Palico. Oh, he ain't bout nothing. That Ken Smuv nigga, he ain't bout nothing. Them Scarborough cats, they ain't bout nothing. But don't believe everything you read up on the tube. Better yet, y'all keep commenting. I thank y'all for the views. Let's go.
At any time we do what's necessary. Just know every one of my niggas ready. We making sure that money coming steady. If we have to, just know we pulling up. Give you more pressure after you had enough. You got a guarantee, ain't nothing stopping us.
Grab it. Shout out to my nigga Ken Smuv.
I flip drugs, chances are dances like a strip club. I get love, blood game inside the vein of a rich thug. I mix drinks and Henny, but most times I sip it straight. That clock ticking on the wall is real time, don't get it late. I'm in the race, but I'm 20 laps ahead. If the lick's 105 deep, that's 20 stacks ahead. Too hungry, get caught and give the money back to fans. These niggas loafing on the butter and they losing half the bread. But I can tell it, no, they never seen the kitchen. Dope hookers with a coke cooker over that pot whipping. Listen, I saw life for what it was and kept it moving up. Either dope or either squeezing toast or hoes choosing up. Forget computer stuff, throwing Instagram hollows. Couple follows, turn average hoes to Instagram models. A lot of shit I've been through, I had to shake it off. Your homie broken riding with you, better break him off. Don't be the reason why these young wolves hate the boss. Turn on you, put the worms on you, it's time to take a loss. You tried everything, don't nothing work, so now what? But hit the mud and try to watch this money pile up. What?
At any time we do what's necessary. Just know every one of my niggas ready. We making sure that money coming steady. If we have to, just know we pulling up. Give you more pressure after you had enough. You got a guarantee, ain't nothing stopping us. At any time we do what's necessary. Just know every one of my niggas ready. We making sure that money coming steady. If we have to, just know we pulling up. Give you more pressure after you had enough. You got a guarantee, ain't nothing stopping us.
All right. Kin Smuv and T Grams with You've Tried Everything. I want to jump right into the weekly Ratchet Report. If you guys are new to the show, well, fuck you. But I appreciate you tuning in. But the weekly Ratchet Report is a segment where we talk everything ignorant. Let's do it.
Back in high school, I used to be like, oh, hell no, told my motherfucking earrings. Nowadays, I be like, oh, hell no, hold my motherfucking eyelash.
The weekly Ratchet Report, brought to you by The Ignorance Is Free.
Don't get me f***ed up, bitch. I'm still hood as shit and we'll f*** your ass up.
All right. Thank you guys again for keeping it locked. This is your weekly Ratchet Report. Jumping right into it. So there's a restaurant, apparently, in China that actually gives you a discount. Now, this is only for women, which is kind of a thing if you're transgender. I don't know. But anyway, this is just for women, and this is based on your breast size. So to be clear, when you approach this restaurant, there is a huge sign. Okay, it's a huge like anime sign, and there's different women there, and each woman has different size breast, and based on the size of your breast, that's gonna indicate how much of a discount you actually get on your meal. So if you walk in, you're an A cup, you can actually get a 5% discount on your meal, whereas a woman with a G cup can actually get 65% off of their meal. That is crazy. Now, I don't know if this is sexist or if this is just a fucking great idea, because think about this for a second. All right? Like, let's be real. Men, when you are looking for a spot to go to, a club, do you not want to be somewhere where there's lots of women? Of course you do. Of course you do. So why wouldn't you want to go to a place like this? Clubs can get away with it. Why can't a restaurant get away with this? Think about it. Now, moving right along. Men apparently can now use penis glue for real sex without any side effects. Unfortunately, though, it won't prevent pregnancy or STDs. Now, I don't know what the fuck penis glue is. Please leave it in the comments. Moving right along, a teenager gets a hammer stuck in their mouth because of her favorite boy band. I don't get it. Man tried to conceal his stash of cocaine by hiding it under his stomach fat. Now, little backstory here. He was actually on his way to jail for drunk driving. All right, moving right along. Baby dies a year after his stepmother sliced off his penis. I don't understand, like, why are you doing that? Okay, so this one, like, I watch like a lot of SVU, so like they sometimes use the criminal to like infiltrate like different areas of crime. So I don't know, like this is weird, but maybe. So police, they paid a convicted child rapist almost 10,000 euros to spy on sex parties. So, I mean, that's basically your weekly Ratchet Report. All right, we're going to end it there, but just a little bonus one that I want to talk about. So you guys are familiar with Azealia Banks. I would hope so. Azealia Banks is that crazy chick who is talented, depending on what kind of music you're into, but she's definitely buzzing, right? She's definitely buzzing. But she's fucking crazy. So nobody wants to work with her. She had issues with the RZA. Apparently she got where she went to some kind of Hollywood party and she got into it with Russell Crowe, saying that Russell Crowe called her a nigga and slapped her. All types of fuckery. So she's got a new album coming out and she's, trying to pull a fucking D'Angelo. You guys probably don't remember D'Angelo, and if you don't, shame on you. But D'Angelo, when he was promoting his album Voodoo, he had a record out, and in his video, he was naked, like ass naked. So, how does it feel? That's the name of the song. Amazing song. But Azealia Banks, I guess she decides to do the same. So she takes to Instagram and she posts a picture of herself naked. So she's ass naked. Her nipples are covered up, little tiny little fucking stickers or whatever. And you can't see the lower half. You can't see her vagine, but you can see bush. So I want to repeat that. You can see bush. So, she captions her picture. She says, here is the natural colored version. When I was a little girl, I remembered the women in my family having such large public bushes and always thinking it was sort of strange / cool. When I was making #escapades, I was pulling from all of my mother's references. So Shanice, Donna Summer, Shaka Khan, Whitney Houston, Rachel Farrell. And she would always walk around the house naked, doing her chores, belting at the top of her lungs. We would make the joke that women coming of age in the 70s had a roller skate bush. Ironically, I wrote most of this song in the same fashion, walking around the house doing my chores, naked. So, I mean, I don't know. If you're asking me, I'm not a fan of bush. All right. So I'm not into the bush. I mean, it's not a bad picture that she has, right? But just, again, not a fan of the bush. So, go on Google it. Let me know what you guys think of Azealia Banks's quote unquote nude. Now, personally, I just think she's reaching. I think it's just an attempt to get people to talk about her. We're talking about her now, obviously. And it's clearly just to promote her album. You know what I mean? I highly doubt this would be or is going to be the actual cover of her album. If that was it, I would think it was an even bigger reach and I would disagree with it. But it's almost like, fuck it, man. Why not? Like, women, you guys need to make up your mind here, man, because this is really fucking confusing. On one end of the spectrum, super independent, just because I dress like a... by the way, I'm not saying because she's naked that you can treat her like a slut or you could even call her a slut. But I'm just saying it's like... it's fucking confusing out here for us, man. For dudes, it's really fucking confusing because some women would look at this type of act and completely bash her. Some women would look at this type of act and be like, you know what? More power to her. I wouldn't do it. And some women will look at this act and they would just go out and do the same thing. Like they would literally do the same fucking thing. Oh, Azealia Banks did it. I can do it. And the interesting thing about it too is like you'll have the one woman who's looking at this and being like, how could she do that? That's ridiculous. That's embarrassing. Oh my gosh. And then she goes around and she does the exact same thing. Like, or even on the flip side, you'll have one woman looking at it like, oh, more power to her. Like, she should be allowed to do that. It's her body. And then their friend, or even take it closer to home, their daughter will go do the same thing. And then they'll bash her daughter for doing it. So it's weird. It's like, to me, it's always like when it's close to home, that's when we really kind of have something to say about it. But if it doesn't hit home, it's like, whatever, it's their body. They can do whatever they want. So again, my thoughts, I'm probably going to get bashed, but that's totally fine. I'm open to the conversation, because, I'm learning. I'm open to being wrong, and I'm open to learning and changing perspective. I'm always growing. We're always growing. So let me know what you guys think about Azealia Banks's nude and her reach for album sales. With that, I want to get into some Freedom Writers Saving Grace. Dope record. If you guys haven't heard the album yet, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You can actually get that on any streaming site. The album, again, is called Again. So go to any streaming site. You guys can stream it. You guys can go to their Bandcamp. You can download it. You can buy it. Just make sure you support it. In addition, go to YouTube and YouTube the video. Give it some views. Give it some shares. That is Freedom Writers Saving Grace. Let's get into it.
I am a proletariat. I am the people. I'm not the big.
You're my saving grace. They would slice my nose just to spite my face. They would line up in rows just to take my place, but never lift me up lift me up, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up.
Enough's enough that I put my sisters in cuffs, even despite a peaceful protest. Might stick to a gut, anticipating a child. The seed was a couple months, kill her offspring before the life cycle begins. They don't uplift your soul till your soul uplifted to the clouds. Can't relate to ain't no colors allowed. And all because I ain't treated like your equal. The beast will split your head in two parts, come back for the sequel.
You're my saving grace. They would slice my nose just to spite my face. They would line up in rows just to take my place. But never lift me up, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up.
It's like you've been my fam since time immemorial. Grinding with warriors, street signs and corner moves, that's why I go to war for you. We've been fam since Cal Ripken was an Oriole. Tweet was just a singer and McDonald's was affordable. I held your daughter in my arms, protected her from harm while ironically threatening every pawn. Trying to fuck with the kings and bring a problem to the squad. That's why you'll be my brother till the day that I depart.
You're my saving grace.
You're my saving grace. They would slice my nose just to spite my face. They would line up in rows just to take my place. But never lift me up, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up.
I'm feeling like you need to leave and you go back home. Cause you the prodigal son that got in the gun. You run the street trying to win your soul. Take another piece of my heart deep in the dark.
Cold seasons is a reason to part. I've grown legions from the demons we sparked. I roll trees with OGs in the park. I've known seeds that's so freakishly smart. I don't sleep in this heart. Cause all I really know is
you're my saving grace. They would slice my nose just to spite my face. They would line up in rows just to take my place. But never lift me up, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up.
Show the ones close to you that they're the ones close to you. If time would rewind, I'd have did what I supposed to do. You made me who I am, became the man that I was hoping to. I failed you as a friend, I had no clue what you was going through. So we both know if we're divided, who's to blame? If I had been the one with no one by him, you'd have came. I wish that I was there when you was fighting through the pain. Cause you never let me down, how come I couldn't do the same? What a shame. And then you lift me up again.
You're my saving grace. They would slice my nose just to spite my face. They would line up in rows just to take my place. But never lift me up, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up.
Okay, all right. Freedom Writers, Saving Grace. Again, another dope album. Make sure you guys go out there and support that, all right? Dope. Okay. I'm on my timeline today, and I'm scrolling through my YouTube timeline, and I see Donkey of the Day, big fan of The Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne the God talks about this individual who he gave Donkey of the Day to, and I don't know what's wrong with people. Let's get into that.
An Iowa man was arrested for drug possession after first trying to deposit a $1 million bill at the bank. The Associated Press reports that authorities at a Northwest Bank branch called Sioux City officers on Thursday to ask 33-year-old Dennis Strickland about the deposit. When asked if Strickland had any more of the $1 million bills, officers say he emptied his pockets, and that's when a bag fell out. According to the criminal complaint, the bag had methamphetamine. Strickland is expected to appear back in court on Monday.
Let's be for real. I mean, what the fuck is going on? $1 million bill. Okay, obviously they found drugs on him, so we know he was high. So I don't even want to say how stupid can you be. He was obviously high. Interesting enough, I always thought meth was like a white trash, like redneck, poor white people drug. I would never, okay, so he was in Iowa, so all right, fine. That's weird enough, a black person in Iowa. I'm thinking that happened. He was probably doing well in life, $100,000 a year, and he was just, going on a little road trip to go see the family, had to drive through Iowa. Maybe the car broke down. Okay, car broke down, and this could happen. And, he stopped, car was getting fixed. In the meantime, he went to a bar, had a drink or two, got in with the wrong crowd. They introduced him to meth. Case closed. But to me, it's like, okay, I can see somebody having $1 million bill and then trying to, get change from another fucking meth head, because they're stupid, right? Like they're fucked as is. So I can see them falling for it. But you're gonna take it to a bank, and you're gonna try to cash that there. And then what kind of misfortune is it where he gets approached by the police, he's shuffling through his pockets, and then a fucking bag of meth falls out? First of all, if you have meth or drugs or whatever that's illegal in your pockets, aren't you going to be a little extra careful? So this is a lesson for the fucking kiddies out there, okay? Just say no to drugs. Like, it doesn't end well for anyone. And if you're going to do any drugs, not that I'm advocating it, but just smoke weed. Like, weed was, look, from the book of fucking Chris Tucker, from the book of Smokey, you understand what I'm saying? From the movie Friday, weed was put here for me and you. I don't know if I'm quoting that correctly, but that's basically what he said. Smoke weed. If you can do any drugs, smoke weed. Meth is not the way to go. Okay, moving right along. I seen something kind of interesting again on my timeline, and it's funny because a lot of the times, growing up, you're young and, all you're really into, this is like when you're like in your teens, early teens, like, you start getting into girls, right? So everything is girls. And, niggas start lying on their dick. I slept with this one, I slept with that one. And really none of that shit's going down. Now, as you get older, you start saying to yourself, okay, not all women, but some women are materialistic. And even if they're not, like, they want to know that if they do get with a guy, like, and there's a possibility of a future there, that person is, secure, i.e. stable, i.e. good job, i.e. vehicle, etc., etc. Now, we grow up with this and we're brainwashed by this, and we say, okay, we want the girl, we need to have A, B, and C. And some dudes get A, B, and C and still can't get the girl. Fucked up, right? So when I seen this on my timeline, I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta talk about this. Check this shit out.
This guy, he's like a millennial, like a younger guy. He's seemingly clean.
And he goes and picks up women and sleeps at their houses?
I was sleeping at this broad's house, and last night we just ate a load of Cloudpins and went drinking.
So we're talking to her about this guy, and we say to her,
this homeless guy beds around 156 women a year. That's 15 times more lovers than the average lifetime.
What
average lifetime?
What does he do?
Wait a minute, is that true about the average guy's lifetime?
According to a study, NBC News in 2007 said average man sleeps with 7 women during his lifetime. Average man has 9 lifetime partners.
Come on. That's fucked up, right? How the hell is a homeless dude, and obviously he could be lying his dick too, right? Like, how are we gonna verify this? But how the fuck is a homeless dude banging like 150 chicks a year? He's got no money. Like, okay, whatever. Like, you can get away with not having any money because at the end of the day, if you're just sleeping with them, you could just lie. But the dude's homeless. Like, he's literally on the street with a sign asking for change, and women are still giving it up. So, like, what? Like, at the end of the day, obviously the nigga just got game, right? Like, obviously he has game. He's pulling this off. But I mean, at the same time, what does this say though? Like, because I'll tell you what this says to me. Women are perhaps a little more into casual sex than we originally thought. Now, to be clear, obviously there are women, and this isn't like groundbreaking. Obviously, you know, women are into casual sex, but I'm just saying, like, if this is truthful, if this is fact, and we don't know, we're not going to know this, right? But if this guy's really sleeping with like 150 women a year and he's homeless, okay, and everything we grew up thinking, and even with what we learned, you know, so we grew up thinking, okay, you know, women are only going to sleep with you if you're going to be in a relationship with them, if you tell them you love them. Okay, that's what we grow up thinking. We get a little bit older, we realize not all women are like that. Okay, but we also get a little bit older and we realize not all women are like that, but in order for them to kind of, you know, do the little one night stand, flash a little money, show that you're established, you know, things of that nature, something that will appeal to them, that will make them, you know, sleep with you for just one time. That's it. That's kind of what, you know, when you grow up and you mature, you kind of get that in your, okay, yes, women will sleep with you the first time and one time and that's it. But you still need to have some kind of appeal to them. And generally, like, we grew up thinking that that's materialistic. But this guy is changing the fucking game. He's homeless. He's got none of that shit. So to me, it's like, I could only look at that by saying, okay, women are a little bit more into casual sex than one would think, because as a dude, I don't give a we don't give a fuck if you have like a $80,000 job. We don't care if you're driving a nice car or we don't give a shit about any of that, right? So as a dude, this is how we think. I would never think a woman would be into, again, I'm not saying that a woman just wouldn't sleep with you just, you know, on the strength. You know, if you have a good game, you got good game. But I would never think a woman would just casually sleep with an openly homeless man. He's homeless. But, you know, again, it's a lesson for the kids out there, man. Anything is possible. If they tell you can't do it, you look them dead in the face and you say, well, a homeless guy is sleeping with 150 women a year. And that's crazy, because so you can hear in the clip, like, there's a study where the average man sleeps with like seven women. This guy's knocking them out the park. Again, lesson for the kiddies, man. Let's get into some more music and we'll bring the show to a close. Running this track again, really into it. Spade, so Jay Spade from Citizen Kane and 36 Cypher. This record is called The Purge. I love it. You know, it's real hip hop, boom bap shit. Make sure you guys go to YouTube and you guys YouTube that as well. The video is actually really, really, really dope. Again, that's The Purge by Citizen Kane, Jay Spade, and 36 Cypher. Let's get into that now.
Future wave.
Yeah, finally I'm unleashed, moving like a fetus through the belly of the beast. Scartown alumni, these niggas don't sleep. We slide through the ghetto like grease, leave dead bodies in the heat, man. Unrecognizable, half of the war game, psychological. My rap sends cats to the hospital, survive the impossible. Stick a 4-5 in your optical, run over motherfuckers like an obstacle. Screw face version of James Bond, got his game laced with napalm. Kill niggas calm, navigate through fire escapes, negate your alarms. Kick down your front door, fly bullets by the swarms. Filthy pigs eat the evidence, niggas bring the heat to the residence. No matter where you sleep is irrelevant. Mastered all 5 elements, coming like DiCaprio with Revenant. Hunting for revenge with a hatchet, my style's made of plastic. The annex of a Scar City bandit, so fly these niggas can't stand it. Style's organic, prophesized and carved into granite. Aligned to the stars and the planets, touched by the gods, spit bars like samurai swords. Decapitate these fake niggas and frauds, hand me the sweet 16. I slice through these bitches like whipped cream, turn the profile to a split screen. I'm unleashed, moving like a fetus through the belly of the beast. Scartown alumni, these niggas don't sleep. We slide through the ghetto like grease, leave dead bodies in the heat, man.
Finally I'm unleashed, moving like a fetus through the belly of the beast. Rexdale alumni, where niggas don't sleep. We slide through the ghetto like grease, leave dead bodies in the heat, man. It's like I almost killed a drunk right in front of my mom's. My brother don't wanna see the gun in my palms. I guess he really knows me well, cause I'd empty the clip when I'm perching in hell. Who really cares if it's a trap or a baby gap? If I snap, it's like a nuke, react. Fuck y'all, I shoot first and ask later. Turn your neck and your chest to a moon crater. Say the Lord's Prayer, God forgive the soul. If it wasn't for the Joe, would I lose control? Hell no, but I'd be more bitchy. I can't stand y'all, a scratchy, can't stand itchy. I say kill them all, salt the land, slay the seeds. Take a look and see the last of a dying breed. Rare blood meaning alpha and omega seeds. Separate the weeds, watch them burn in the breeze.
Moving like a fetus through the belly of the beast. Scartown alumni, these niggas don't sleep. Slide through the ghetto like grease. Leave dead bodies in the heat.
Finally I'm unleashed. Moving like a fetus through the belly of the beast. Rexdale alumni where niggas don't sleep. We slide through the ghetto like grease. Leave dead bodies in the heat, man.
Alright, so that was again The Purge by J Spade of Citizen Kane and 36 Cypher. So again, go to YouTube, make sure you guys give that video some views. Don't forget to share, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. Again, these videos are not going to go viral without your support. When artists put music out for free consumption, they need your support. It motivates them to, to do more music. Like, what do you want to listen to? Fucking Lil Uzi for the rest of your life? You like the talented musicians, hopefully not. But you never know. They could just be like, all right, fuck it, man. If this is what it is, if this is what people are rocking with and nobody's really checking my shit, all right, deuces. Let me go do something else. So make sure you guys support them, man. Like, subscribe, and all that shit. So with that, this is episode number 16, putting it to bed. Your boy Chris. I want to shout out Mike Boogie for holding this down. You guys remember, we're here every single Saturday between 9 and 10. I say we because Mike Divine's normally in the building. He will be back next week. So again, that's MaximumFM.ca. Don't forget to download the app, man. I know you niggas got your smartphone, so download that app. You can catch us anywhere you are every Saturday between 9 and 10 now, 10, excuse me. So if you're just catching the tail end of the episode, like always, you guys can go to our YouTube channel. That's The Ignorance Is Free with a Z, and you can catch the episode because it's going to be airing in the next few minutes right at 10 o'clock. So you guys can do that. Don't forget to follow Mike Divine on his Twitter. That's Mike Divine Music with a K. You can follow me on my Twitter as well. That's I'm Chris Green, and also on my Instagram. The Ignorance Is Free. Okay. In addition, if you are going to go to the YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe, be sure to like, be sure to comment on the videos. You do so, we will shout you out on the episode. Also, if you got some new music, don't forget to send that shit over. We will give it a bly. Send it to the Gmail. That's The Ignorance Is Free. The Ignorance Is Free with a Z at gmail.com. Like I said, if it's good, we'll play it and we'll talk about it. If it's shit, like if it's really shit, we'll play it and we'll shit on it. And yeah, no, I was going to say we'll shit on it with creative criticism, which we may throw a little bit of that in, but we'll just mostly shit on it. So if you're fucking sensitive, don't send it. All right. I'm just telling you that right now. Cause if I shit on it and then you niggas start getting on some gun shit, like that's ridiculous. Cause you know how sensitive motherfuckers are with their music. And if you are that sensitive with your music, stop making music. Okay. Because if you're going to put it out there, people are going to judge it. You think everybody likes this fucking show? You know how many people shit on this shit? They think I'm white and a whole bunch of other fuckery. So look, I put it out there. You're free to comment on the work that I put out. So if you send it to me and I think it's shit, I'm going to shit on it. All right. And, you know, take it as a fucking lesson, not a loss, a lesson. With that, shout out to Shaw Prince. And, yeah, man, we is out of here. Make sure you guys keep it locked, though. Maximum FM's definitely got some dope music coming up. And catch y'all next week. Super Nigga Black Powers.